reason you regret half the things you say when you're angry. A reason you make promises you can't keep when you're happy and decisions you shouldn't when you're sad. Because most people don't live, they react. They're slaves to emotions they don't understand. But the Stoics? They saw emotions for what they truly are. Impulses. Temporary storms that pass if you don't feed them. Before we continue, remember, if you're serious about mastering your emotions and building a Stoic mindset, make sure to like this video and subscribe. You're not just joining a channel, you're joining a community of thinkers learning to control what others can't. Number 1. The prison of emotional slavery. Every human being knows that moment when anger burns hotter than logic. You say something cruel, slam the door, or send that text you instantly regret. That's emotional slavery. When you no longer own your feelings, they own you. It's like handing the steering wheel of your life to a drunk driver. And yet, we keep doing it, thinking it's just how I am. Stoicism teaches that emotions aren't enemies, they're messages. Anger means you've lost control of your expectations. Fear means you're imagining the future instead of facing it. Sadness means you're resisting change. The problem isn't feeling, it's identifying with the feeling. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most people skip that first part. They want power over the world, but not over themselves. The Stoic flips the script: control what's within, release what's beyond. And yes, sometimes emotions win. You'll lose your cool. You'll overthink. You'll cry over someone who doesn't care. That's fine. The key is catching yourself quicker each time. Emotional mastery isn't about being a robot. It's about not letting the fire burn down the house. Number 2, the pause that changes everything. There's one Stoic habit that can literally change your life: the pause. That small moment between stimulus and response, between what happens and how you react. Most people skip it. Someone insults them, they fire back. Someone cuts them off, they curse. The Stoic pauses, breathes, and chooses. This pause is your superpower. It's the space where wisdom lives. When you pause, you remind yourself, I don't have to react. I can observe. That's when emotion transforms into clarity. Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." He wasn't kidding. Half of our problems would disappear if we just waited 5 minutes before responding. Think about it. How many arguments would have ended peacefully if you had just paused? How many relationships would have survived if you had thought before replying? We act like control means dominance, but control truly means patience. You're not weak for walking away. You're strong for not needing to win. And if you think you'll forget to pause, do what I do. Make it a game. Whenever someone annoys you, imagine the Stoic gods watching you like, let's see if he reacts this time. You'll be surprised how quickly humor can turn irritation into strength. Number 3, the power of emotional awareness. You can't control what you don't understand. That's why emotional mastery starts with awareness. Most people feel bad but don't know why. They're angry at the world when they're really angry at themselves. The Stoics believed that identifying your emotion weakens its grip. When you say, I'm angry, it sounds final. But when you say, I notice anger arising in me, you've created distance. You've separated the observer from the experience. Suddenly, the emotion becomes an object, not your identity. You're no longer the storm. You're the sky it passes through. Epictetus taught that what disturbs us is not events themselves, but our judgments about them. You're not upset because your coworker disrespected you. You're upset because you decided that disrespect equals loss of worth. The Stoic mind challenges that judgment. Is this true? Or am I just taking it personally? Next time emotions rise, treat yourself like a scientist. Study the feeling instead of fighting it. Ask, where did this come from? What triggered it? Is it helping me or hurting me? The moment you become curious instead of reactive, you've already won. Bonus, it also freaks people out when you stay calm during drama. That's real power. Number 4. Reframing the world through Stoic eyes. Here's a truth that stings. You can't control people, traffic, or life's chaos, but you can control your interpretation of them. The Stoics called this the art of reframing. It's the difference between why is this happening to me and what is this teaching me? When you reframe, you turn pain into purpose. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every loss becomes a lesson. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way," meaning life doesn't block your path, it is the path. The emotion that once controlled you now becomes your training ground. Imagine being stuck in a long line. You could complain like everyone else, or you could use it to practice patience. That's Stoic alchemy, turning frustration into discipline. Every annoying coworker, slow driver, or heartbreak becomes your emotional gym. The more you lift these weights, the stronger you get. And don't forget, humor is part of Stoicism too. When life throws you nonsense, sometimes the most Stoic thing you can do is laugh. Because honestly, half of what used to stress you out will look ridiculous in a year. Learn to smile sooner. Number 5. Building the Stoic mindset daily. Emotional control isn't a one-time act, it's daily training. Just like you train your body, you must train your mind. Every day, life gives you a test. Will you control your emotions, or will they control you? The answer depends on what you practice. Start small. When something irritates you, breathe before reacting. When sadness hits, observe it instead of drowning in it. When joy comes, enjoy it, but don't cling to it. Balance is the Stoics' greatest strength. Emotions are guests. Let them visit, but don't let them move in. Create Stoic rituals. Journal every morning about what might challenge you, and every night about how you handled it. Read a quote from Marcus Aurelius or Seneca daily, not for motivation, but for maintenance. Mastery comes through repetition, not inspiration. Remember this, your emotions aren't the enemy, your attachment to them is. The Stoic path isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about seeing clearly. The clearer you see, the less control emotions have over you. And one day, you'll realize peace was never about fixing the world. It was about mastering yourself. And if you made it this far, take a second to breathe deeply. That's the first step to emotional control. Number 6, don't chase calm, build it. Everyone wants peace, but few are willing to train for it. We think calmness is something that appears when life gets easier, when we make more money, get more respect, or finally have time to breathe. But calmness isn't given by life. It's built within chaos. It's not found in silence. It's created in noise. The Stoics knew this. They practiced tranquility while living through wars, betrayals, and loss. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Because the truth is, it's not the world making you anxious, it's your thoughts about the world. Control your thoughts, and calm will follow. Start small. When something goes wrong, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Interesting." Treat chaos like a test. The more you handle discomfort without panic, the stronger your inner stillness becomes. That's emotional weightlifting. Most people avoid the gym. Stoics walk straight into it. And let's be real, life will keep testing you. That coworker, that traffic, that one friend who never replies but always views your stories, they're all part of your training. Each is a chance to practice calm. Because emotional control isn't about escaping the noise, it's about dancing in it. Number 7, mastering the stories in your head. You've probably noticed something. Emotions aren't just reactions. They're stories we tell ourselves. They disrespected me. I'm not good enough. This always happens to me. But most of those stories aren't true. They're scripts your mind repeats until you start believing them. Stoicism is about editing those scripts. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to separate fact from fiction. Fact, someone spoke loudly. Fiction, they hate me. Fact, plans changed. Fiction, my life is falling apart. When you remove the fiction, emotions lose their grip. Start questioning your inner narrator. Ask, what else could this mean? Maybe that friend didn't ignore you. Maybe they're struggling. Maybe life isn't punishing you. Maybe it's preparing you. Changing the story changes the emotion. That's Stoic psychology long before psychology existed. And yes, your mind will resist. It loves drama. It loves being the main character in a tragedy. So laugh at it. Seriously. When your brain starts saying this is the end, just smile and say, not this again. Humor disarms emotion faster than philosophy sometimes. Number 8, detach, don't suppress. There's a big misunderstanding about Stoicism, that it means feel nothing. That's not Stoicism, that's emotional constipation. The Stoics didn't kill their emotions, they understood them. They felt deeply, they just didn't let feelings become dictators. Detachment means stepping back, not shutting down. It's like watching waves crash on the shore. You see the movement, but you don't drown in it. You don't fight the tide, you observe it until it passes. That's emotional maturity. Try this. The next time you feel anger or sadness, say, this feeling is here, but it's not me. That single sentence changes everything. Suddenly, you're no longer the one burning. You're the one watching the fire. And if the emotion lingers, don't panic. Emotions are like guests. Some overstay their welcome, but eventually they leave. Think of yourself as a calm lighthouse in a stormy sea. The waves can crash, scream, and roar, but the light doesn't move. And if you can laugh at your emotions occasionally, even better. Imagine your anger wearing clown shoes. Hard to take it seriously, isn't it? Number 9, the power of emotional minimalism. We declutter our homes, our phones, our closets, but not our minds. We hold on to every grudge, every insult, every emotional receipt. The Stoics practiced emotional minimalism, the art of carrying only what matters. Because every emotion you hold onto adds invisible weight. Seneca once said, "He who suffers before is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." Meaning, most of your pain isn't from the moment, it's from your memory of it. You replay conversations, analyze betrayals, and relive pain like it's your favorite show. Stop binge watching your past. Let go of unnecessary emotions. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Ignore, not because you're weak, but because not everything deserves your energy. Emotional control is often just emotional simplicity, deciding what's worth your heart's bandwidth. And if someone says, "You've changed," take it as a compliment. It means you stopped giving your emotions front row seats to every little drama. The Stoic doesn't live emotionless. He just refuses to live emotionally cluttered. Number 10, your reaction is your power. In every situation, you only control one thing, your reaction. People can insult you, plans can fail, storms can destroy everything, but your response remains yours. That's the last frontier of freedom, the space where true Stoic power lives. Epictetus, who was once a slave, understood this deeply. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." They could chain his body, but never his mind. Most of us, however, hand over that power daily, to strangers online, to gossip, to moods, to moments that don't matter. Here's the truth. Nobody makes you angry. Nobody makes you sad. They trigger what's already inside you. Emotional control means reclaiming responsibility, saying, "This is my reaction, and I choose it consciously." That's not weakness. That's mastery. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember, reacting is easy. Responding is strength. The Stoic doesn't fight every battle. He chooses which deserve energy. And sometimes the greatest power move is silence, and maybe a slight smile that says, "You thought you could control me. Not today."